Hello, fabulous third graders! Today we are going to regroup ones. Mrs. Johnson belongs to a birdwatching club. Last April, Mrs. Johnson's club spotted 159 birds. Then in May, they saw 118 birds. How many birds did the club see in those 2 months? In order to solve that word problem, we have to find a total number of birds, which means we need to add those two numbers to get that total. But before we do that, let's represent these numbers with base 10 blocks. You will remember that 159 can be represented with 1 hundreds block, 5 tens blocks, and 9 ones blocks. 118 can be represented with 1 hundreds block, 1 tens block, and 8 ones blocks. Remember, when we add, we need to start from the right. So we're going to start in the ones column. When we add our 9 ones plus 8 ones, we end up with 17 ones. But we can't have 17 ones in the ones column, so we need to regroup 10 of those ones blocks to make 1 tens block. And we are left with 7 ones. That is why when we add 9 plus 8, we write the 7 and carry the 1. Now it's time to move on to the tens column. Remember, we have the 110 that we carried, so we need to add 110 plus 5 tens plus 110. And 1 plus 5 plus 1 equals 7. Finally, we move on to the hundreds column since we did not have to regroup and carry anything else. We are just simply going to add the 1 hundreds plus the 1 hundreds. And 1 plus 1, well, that equals 2. Now remember, it's a word problem, so we need to add our label. So Mrs. Johnson's bird club saw 277 birds. Now let's check out regrouping ones with 2-digit numbers. Let's take a look at 25 plus 37. So remember, we're going to start with the ones column. So we have 5 plus 7. So I think to myself, 5 plus 7 equals 12. So I need to write my 2 and carry my 1. Now I move on to the tens column. I can't forget the 110 that I carried, so I'm adding 1 plus 2 plus 3, and 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. So the answer to 25 plus 37 is 62. How about regrouping ones with money, money, money? So let's say I want to add $2.48 plus $3.36. Well, we're going to do the same thing and start all the way at the right, which means I need to add 8 plus 6. So I think to myself, 8 plus 6 equals 14. So I need to write my 4 and carry my 1. So now I'm moving on to the next column, and I can't forget the 1 that I carried. So I need to add 1 plus 4 plus 3. And 1 plus 4 plus 3 equals 8. Now I'm moving on to my last column, 2 plus 3, and that equals 5. But because it's money, I can't forget my decimal point and my dollar sign. So $2.48 plus $3.36 is $5.84. Are you ready to try some on your own? Well, let's take a look at Reteach 4.3, number 1, 138 plus 125. Let's pause the video right here so you can have a chance to solve this problem on your own, and then we will unpause it and check the answer together. So I will see you in a bit. All right, now that you have had a chance to try this problem out on your own, let's take a look at the answer. So remember, we're starting with the ones column, and we start with 8 plus 5. And let's think, 8 plus 5, well, that equals 13. So I'm going to write my 3 and carry the 1. Now, I don't want to forget that 1 I carried, so when I go to the tens column, I need to add 1 plus 3 plus 2, and that equals 6. Now, I haven't carried anything. I didn't have to regroup, so I'm just going to the hundreds column to add 1 plus 1, and that equals 2. So 138 plus 125 equals 263. Let's move on to number 2, 346 plus 219. And we're going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to pause it right here, give you a chance to solve this problem on your own, and then we'll come back together to check the answer. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, now that you've had a chance to solve this problem on your own, let's check the answer. We're going to start in the ones column, 6 plus 9. 6 plus 9 equals 15. So we're going to write the 5 and carry the 1. And we don't want to forget that 1 that we carried. So when we go to the tens column, we need to add 1 plus 4 plus 1. And that equals 6. We haven't regrouped anything, we haven't carried anything else, so we're going to head to the hundreds column and add 3 plus 2, and that equals 5. So 346 plus 219 equals 565. Number 3 is a problem all about money, money, money. $1.57 plus $1.30. Let's do the same thing and pause it right here to give you a chance to solve this problem on your own. Then we'll unpause it and come back to check the answer together. I will see you in a bit. Now that you had a chance to solve this problem on your own, let's check the answer together. Remember, we need to start in the column at the right. 7 plus 0. 7 plus 0 equals 7. So I didn't have to regroup any ones or carry any tens. So I'm simply going to write 7 as my answer. When I move on to the next column, I don't have to worry about remembering any number I carried, so I'm simply going to add 5 plus 3 and get the sum of 8. Finally, we move on to our last column, and we know that 1 plus 1 equals 2. Remember, this is a money problem, so we need to make sure we add the decimal point and the dollar sign in our answer. So, $1.57 plus $1.30 equals $2.87.